Hi, I'm Plini. I'm going to show you my rig. Hi, I'm Plini. I'm going to show you my rig, which is basically just this and this laptop. So for guitars, we have two quad cortexes, one for me, one for Jake, who plays guitar as well. Simon has another one which he keeps on stage. And then we got an audio interface, MIDI interface, which controls all the changes, and then our in-ears. And then that's it. Everything plugs into this and then goes to front of house. And that's the entire rig. I think that took 40 seconds. Okay, this is I guess it's a signature instrument, although it's the only one that exists currently, but it might become a production model. So it's based on the Strandberg Salin, which is like the Telecaster sort of shape. And the reason that we made this guitar was I really wanted a Salin with a tremolo. So this is the first Salin that has the floating bridge. And it has my signature humbucker, which was made by a guy called Michael Frank, who works for Strandberg. And this is a Sir something, I'm not sure. It's a neck pickup. So it's kind of got, this section is from my previous signature guitar, and then this section is like the Salin, like typical specifications. It's all black because I am terrible at making decisions, and all black is the simplest. And then for the True Temperament frets, this guitar was almost finished being made, and then we played a show in Gothenburg, which is where True Temperament are based. And a couple of the guys from the company came out with a Strandberg, and I think a Les Paul with True Temperament, and a Strat. And I just thought it was really cool. It's a pretty innovative thing. It's especially strange to look at like here, where it's kind of pretty exaggerated. But basically I just played the neck and really liked it, so I messaged Ola Strandberg and was like, can we put this on that guitar that you're making? And he agreed quite kindly, because I basically just thought it looked cool. And that's the guitar. So to my understanding, the True Temperament system is a way to make the guitar more in tune. So regular frets, which are straight, are kind of like an approximation of the correct, I guess, tuning or temperament, whereas this has been designed by mad scientists so that every fret is the exact sort of size that it needs to be to get you from each note correctly. And then it's even more interesting because on the Strandberg it's a fanned fret, so it's true temperament, but it's also fanning slightly, and it is on an asymmetrical neck. And it's basically like a mad science project, but my favorite guitar in the world. The first challenge was finding a band, but I guess I got really lucky because I had become friends with Jake and Simon, who played guitar and bass, before I'd ever played a gig. So I just asked them to play with me and they agreed. And then my original drummer, Troy, I found on YouTube because he was playing Meshuggah covers. And I think I added him on Facebook and didn't really say anything for a while. And then he said that he was selling an iPhone. I was like, selling an iPhone, let me know if you're interested. So I messaged him saying, hey, how much for the iPhone? And then I think the next message was also, would you play drums in my band? And he agreed, and we did a few shows and then did some tours. And so it's kind of awesome having really experienced people as the band so that I could be nervous and awkward and not very good at guitar like I still am the whole time. And then as we've kind of grown, it's kind of stayed like that. Like everyone I incorporate into the touring party and that sort of thing is just really good at what they do, which makes my life very easy. I think my biggest inspiration is travel. Like all the touring that we do, I think feeds back into writing new music. Pretty much my routine on this tour is wake up, and if there's time, go for a walk like as far as possible. Then we come in, do sound check. And right now I would probably be exploring Paris if it wasn't for you, so thank you.
Alright, yes.
No, it's okay. And yeah, just seeing new things, eating new things, meeting new people, just I guess having new experiences and memories keeps me inspired, as well as trying to listen to all different kinds of music to kind of borrow from different people. Yeah, definitely. Although I think it's my mum that was more proactive in putting on music in the house when I was growing up. But my dad's also always showing me new albums. It was pretty funny when I was a teenager because I was quite into metal, and he's a jazz double bass player. So he would play me what I now would agree is good music, but I'd be like, man, the drums are so weak in this. Like, where's the double kick? Where's the screaming? But yeah, I guess now I'm older and wiser. That was really fun. It was definitely a terrible idea to record a double bass in my bedroom using like it was like a Zoom handheld recorder that's meant for recording like an office meeting. So the low-end information in that is terrible, especially in like a bedroom with nothing in it that's just echoey. But it was super fun. I definitely have to do that again, but probably in a studio. I guess it's both harder and easier. I kind of like the fact that this style of music is so uncool that I'm not going to have like a single on the radio and suddenly become famous. To me, all I have to do is keep writing the best music I can and tour, and hopefully each time like 2 more people come to the show, so I can just do this my whole life, hopefully consistently. So I kind of like that about it, that it is just quite a small world. Usually I'm the last one to put on my instrument. Like the whole band will have their in-ears in, and our sound guy will be asking everyone to play just to check that it's working, and I'll be like standing in the corner eating or drinking or something. We're like, oh shit, it's time to play. Which I kind of like, because it means when I get on stage I'm like excited to play guitar, because I haven't played much guitar. And actually on tour I barely play guitar. It's like 10 minutes of sound check and then the show. So it keeps it fun. So far it's all been alone, although I'd like to start doing more collaborations. Usually I'll just be at home playing the guitar or sitting in front of a computer and like trying to make a drum beat or something like that. And then once I come across something cool, I just will start building on it. So if it's a guitar part, I'll start adding drums and bass and maybe synthesizers and that sort of thing, and try to get it into like 30 seconds of something that sounds like part of a song, and then from there figure out what else should go in the song and try and make an arrangement, and then probably just play with it a little bit every day for like a year or 2 until it seems finished. They're both pretty fun. My ego is very happy. Yeah, I guess the signature plugin's really cool because I've never been interested in gear. Like I've never bought amps or pedals or anything like that. So to have something that sounds exactly how I like the guitar to sound, that's just there on a computer for me to turn on, and it takes like 1 second to load, makes it really fun and easy to get to the point of making music, like, which is the fun part for me. But then having a signature instrument's also great because I don't have to think about like, what if another guitar would inspire me more? I'm just like, this does everything I want from a guitar, and I can, yeah, just enjoy it. I guess I'm fortunate that enough people care about my music that I can do it full time. Some of the things that I do to help with that is I don't have a record label, I don't have a manager. So I get to do those jobs basically. So I guess as well as being a musician, I'm like a really shit independent record label and a really small-time artist manager for myself. I guess the whole time I've just tried to learn as much as I can about doing all the different parts of being a musician, so that I kind of get to keep the ownership of the music. And yeah, so far so good. Probably all of it. Especially on this tour, I'm definitely in love with touring because I love travel, and it's just so awesome to wake up in a new place every day and walk around and then play music for people that want to hear it. I can't think of a cooler job. But then also just being at home and waking up and having no idea whether I'm going to be inspired or not, and seeing what happens is also like super fun. So yeah, I have no complaints really. Thank you.